Hi everybody, Laura here for Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to introduce you to the new Friend Like You collection. I'm going to walk you through all of these exciting new products, starting with several new stamp designs. First up, we have a couple of 6x6 clear inch stamps. This first one is called Dahlia Background. As you can see, it's a beautiful floral dahlia, just a whole array of dahlias, and you could do a lot of different techniques with this. Do emboss resist, no line watercolor, color with Copics, just stamp it tone on tone for a kind of a neutral background. Here we have Going Places. This is a fun one. I love automobiles. You have all these going on the hilly roads with the mountainscape in the background and trees. You could color this. Actually, you could just stamp this, color it, and add a fun sentiment. This one here, Through the Window, was included in a recent card kit, and I worked with it, and it's super fun with that window, and you have all the different scenes that can go in the window. For sentiments, we have Missing You, Wish You Were Here, Thinking of You, Let's Get Away, and Happy Birthday. So you have the window, and you have all the scenery, mountains, beach, city. Here's a city upside down. There's some birds, and even a tree branch. So a lot of different sceneries you can build, mix and match with different occasions for sentiments. So that's Through the Window. And then next we have Best Fishes. It's kind of a mini little stamp set. Sentiments, you're officially the best, and Best Fishes. Is that a whale? I think it's a whale and an octopus and a seahorse. And then you have the coordinating dies for the images and the sentiments. We have several sea life ones here coming up. If you like that one, you're going to love this one, Undersea Friends. She's a large one. She's got all the sea life, and they're kind of cutesy, cartoony. Make your birthday a splash. Your friendship is a real catch. Keep swimming. Things will be okay. And then you've got the whales and the fish and the seahorse. And, oh, is that I think that's a crab or a lobster. It's remind me of Little Mermaid. Sebastian? Any Little Mermaid fans out there? You're probably going to love this stamp set. Okay, next we have a dolphin-themed one called Playful Dolphins. And it's got all the dolphins swimming around with some other sea life. For sentiments, birthday fishes. You are dolphinately the best ever. And you are fantastic. So very punny. Cute to go with the dolphin images. And then as well, there's the coordinating dies. Next, we have Snappy Birthday. So instead of dolphins, we switched out for sharks. And then You Are Something Special. You have a jawsome birthday. And then dun dun. You know when there's dun dun, something's going down. You're fantastic snappy birthday. So I love the beach ball, the umbrella. You know you're going to do that in rainbow. So fun. Great for birthday cards. I feel like these are cute for little boys, but anybody who likes sharks. Okay, Firework Friends. This is a fun one. There's all these cutie little critters, and you got the fireworks. Congratulations, you light up my life. Happy New Year, hooray, and have a blast. So now for these critters. I'm not sure what they all are. Bears, bunnies, raccoons, puppies and kitties, all the fun things. And these little critters they got their arms up so maybe you could turn one of these into a sparkler. Different fun things like that. Okay, moving right along, we have wildflower cuttings. Okay, and this gives you some wildflowers, some vases, several sentiments. Thank you for everything, just for you. I hope you feel better. Thinking of you today and always. Our friendship means the world to me. So this is kind of a heartfelt. This could be great for thinking of you, sympathy. You could make lots of different arrangements with the florals and the swags. Coordinating dies for all those images and sentiments. Next up, we have Happy Day. Love a floral. This one has a great big bold floral. You can make a great arrangement. Enjoy the warm days of summer. Have a happy day. Hello, sunshine. Sending warm hugs. Love the font on that. Very cute floral. There's coordinating dies for the images and the sentiments. Here's a fun one. Ahoy, matey. for the pirate lover. Arr. Okay, sentiments. I'd sail the ocean to celebrate you. Happy birthday, matey. See you soon. Arr. I don't think I did a very good impression, but you get the idea. Cute little images, coordinating dies for the images and the sentiments. I love that there's a boy and a girl pirate. That's cute. Okay, here we have pocket ponies. Did anybody else used to get into My Little Pony? I had a few of those. I'm going to admit it. These are cute. Hope your birthday is magical. Make a wish. Hope you have an amazing birthday. Have fun. And may all your wishes come true. So you have all these sweet pony images and a rainbow, if it couldn't get any better. Coordinating dies for the images and the sentiments. Okay, what's next? For the birds, for the bird lovers, you've got this cute, tall birdhouse. It's like a double-decker birdhouse. And then for sentiments, friend, let's hang out sometime. Life is better with a friend like you. Hey, and then I miss you, and I hope to see you soon. And I love you. Okay, and then for the birds, you've got power lines, and then a long branch, coordinating dies, and this would pair really well with the birdies die set, because you can die cut a bunch of birds and put them on the branch, or put them on the string, the lines. What do you call those? Power lines? I'm not sure, but it's like a string. You could also put them in that double-decker birdhouse. So these products work well together. So that's the birdies die set right there, and I have a card that I've kind of put together the birds. I love to add a bunch of different colors, make rainbow birds, you know what I mean? Last one here is called the Easy Strips Every Day. Congratulations, hey friend, just for you. Hey friend, I love you, love you. You're the best friend ever. I'm thinking of you today, missing you more each day. I'm so proud of you. Can't wait to see you. Let's get together. I hope you're okay. Yay, you did it. You rock. Feel better soon. Have a good time and enjoy your trip. And now that's one big stamp. It stamps them all in one shebang, and you can use the Easy Strips rectangle die to cut them out. So one stamp, one die, and you get tons of sentiments to use. Moving along to standalone dies, we have several new ones. This is called the Novelli Script Thank You, and it's 2 different dies. It's very kind of intricate, classy. I feel like this is never going out of style. I've die cut it here with some peacock cardstock. And then we have the Window Trio die. It gives you 3 different shapes and sizes of windows. This is also included in the recent card kit. It pairs perfect with the Through the Window stamp set. You could stamp scenes behind these windows. I did a video where I put a photo behind the windows. Lots of different things. The window's open, so it's kind of interactive. I love these. Moving along to Rose Branch and Basil Leaves. They're kind of similar, but a little bit different. I've die cut them here in 2 different shades of green. You can see the basil leaf has 3 leaves, and the rosebud or the rose branch has 5 leaves. Great detail, very easy to use, would look fabulous out of vellum. Here we have Showboat Hello, a nice little word die with a great font to it. I did the hello out of white cardstock, the shadow backer out of kind of a dark teal, and it just goes great together. Here we have Tilted Daisies. One's tilting to the left, one's tilting to the right. Great detail on those white petals. They're kind of long and skinny, and then you got the dotted center to the daisy. When you run that through the die cutting machine, it gives it that dotted texture. Okay, next up is the Delicate Wildflowers, and there's 3 little blooms. Kind of makes a little cluster here. I did 2-tone petals. That's Delicate Wildflowers. Really pretty on that. Couple more floral images. We have Jaunty Sunflower. Look at this one. I feel like sunflowers are always very popular. And then Fancy Feathers. Love the texture on these. These would be so pretty out of some of that shimmer vellum or iridescent vellum that we have. And then Bright Dragonfly. Here I did use that shimmer vellum on the dragonfly wings and the body I did out of a dark teal, kind of a peacock cardstock. Great texture that you get on the wings. Runs it through when you die cut it, it gives it that texture. So all the hard work is done for you. Here we have Arctic poppies. Couple little dainty blooms here. I did one out of pink and one out of yellow. I love to show you the die cut so you can see the size for how they're going to fit on a card base. These are Arctic poppies. Next we have Brilliant Hummingbird. Okay, I was surprised by how much I ended up liking this one. And you know what? I die cut the whole thing out of some cream cardstock. It's one die. One die cuts all the parts that you need. And you could do it out of solid color cardstock, or you could do it out of white or cream. And then I added blending. I used some surf and some lilac. I think that's Limalicious on the head for the green, and you get all the different tones of the hummingbird there. Very easy to use and put together, and a lot of great texture. It's kind of a showstopper. Cozy Birdhouse. Look at this one. This is giving me gingerbread feels, depending on the colors that you use to die cut it, but I love the wood grain texture. I was thinking of pairing it with the birdies die set. You could get a birdie in there peeping out the window. You could put a photo behind that window. Here's a showstopper, Ocean Horizon. One die, like a cover die, and it makes this, holy smokes, beautiful kind of sunset or sunrise. I'm not sure, but either way, I did all solid color cardstock, but I've seen examples where they die cut it with white cardstock, use blending to add color to all the different parts. And that's a real showstopper. Here we have 3 different kind of nesting die sets. We've got the A2 arches. Let me tell you something. You use arches and it just elevates any composition. Any image you fit in an arch, it just classes it up. Here we have A7 rectangles. I love that you get so many different sizes. So this is a staple. And then lastly, we have scalloped circles. I'm excited to use this one because I use the circle dies a ton. Now I can spice it up and add scallop circles instead. I think that's going to be a fun one to add to the collection. So those are all the standalone dies in this new Friend Like You release. Now we're moving on to some new embossing folder designs. First up is the Sensational Seashells, which also has a coordinating die set to go with it. So I'll show you what it looks like. First, just the background embossed with the Sensational Seashells. And it gives a great texture. And then I took the dies and die cut them with several different colors, put them back into the embossing folder to give it that texture. And now I'm just kind of laying those on the coordinating shapes of the background. And so you can make a really colorful background. You could use more kind of like, what do you call it? Like Florida, tropical colors. I went pretty bold here, but you want to use more tropical colors. Maybe these are tropical. I'm not sure. But it looks great. Very colorful, but it's got that seashell, sea life vibe happening if you love the beach. Okay, next one. Dainty Dotted Daisies. Tongue twister of a title, but great texture on that. Look at that. I believe this is Audrey Blue cardstock. And then next we have a hot air balloon one, the Adrift Air Balloons. There are 2 dies that go with this. So here's what the background looks like. All those hot air balloons and then the clouds. And I die cut I used the 2 dies, but I die cut, I think, 3 hot air balloons, put them back into the embossing folder to give those different stripy textures. And you can make a colorful hot air balloon scene for your card. Here we have Contemporary Lighthouse. This is a great one. Very kind of serene and soothing to it. I did it in like a blueberry cardstock. And then here we have another one, Sunshine Sailboat. I did not know that I was going to love this much, but I love the way the water lines are and that sailboat with the arch of the sun. I think that lends itself so good to a very like sympathy, thinking of you card. It's very serene. Here we have dot spiral. These always like hypnotize me. Incredible texture on that. It's always like a surprise when it comes out. You can't believe that a product can do that, but it is incredible, the texture. Okay, we have a few stencils in this Friend Like You release. The first one is called Landscapes. This was also included in the recent card kit. You have the clouds, and you can kind of slip in your cardstock so that you can blend the clouds. You can slip it in this way, slide it over to the left and right, or you can slip it in this way, get a different look, like above the clouds or under the clouds, individual clouds, seagulls, sun, there's some hills, there's waves, and this pairs perfectly with those windows. You can make blended scenes to peep through your window. So maybe you just want to have some birds or the sunset. You could even make that Halloweenish for like a midnight sky. And then here we have underwater. This is a layering stencil set, and I believe there's 4, 1, 2, and they all kind of line up to give this groovy, wavy scene. Yeah, I believe there are 4 stencils that you can layer up, each one using a different shade of blue or purple or aqua, and create this gorgeous underwater, wavy water backgrounds for your projects. Lastly is Mountainscape. This one has the mountains all cut open, and then you also have the masks that you can put on. If you want to lay down the mask for the mountain so you can blend a blue sky or what have you, you want to mask off the mountains so you can do them in 2 different shades of gray. Here you have the clouds, and then you have that sun just kind of peeping out from the mountain. So this allows you to create a scene and blend a lot of different colors. Moving on to some new designs by Kathy Zielski. First up, we have the Smile stamp set and the Smile coordinating dies. And this is a great sentiment stamp set. You can cut out that word smile individually, the line, the linear one, or the big bubble one. Okay, and then you have a couple of small your, and then the little smiley face. Okay, for sentiments, we have you fill my life with so much joy. Love to see your smile. You make me smile. I smile when I see you. You will is a delight. Again, one day. So all these coordinate with the word smile. Your smile lights up every room. I'm so happy. My heart skips a beat. Makes me smile. Like your smile makes me smile. Lights up my life. Is just the best ever. Brings so much joy. Is so infectious. I love your cheesy grin. Keep spreading your brand of magic. The world needs it. Thank you for being such a bright spot in my life. Couple different smiley faces that you could stamp in those circles. There's also a standalone, the solo smile here. I've die cut it to show you. Got the smile word die and the shadow backer, which I did out of like purple. All these coordinate perfectly together. I love the font on that smile. Moving on to some extras. We have the new Positively Perfect craft glue. Let me tell you, the little one, the little mini, was included in the recent card kit. It was my first time using it. And I'll be 100% honest with you, I fell in love with it. And I'm a tough critic when it comes to glue. I use a lot of glue and I'm picky. Great little tip. Glue comes out very easy, dries clear. The bottle is not too stiff. I don't like it when a bottle's too stiff to squeeze. It's just the perfect squeeze, perfect consistency of glue. I love the cute packaging. I love a little mini and a bigger one. You got to try it. You just got to try it. I'm telling you, it's a good one. Okay, here we have for embellishment mixes with the extras. This is called the Joyful Moments Embellishment Mix. It was also in a recent card kit. Great pastel, iridescent sequin mix, perfect for shakers. And then we have these 2 new ones. This is the Tidal Wave embellishment. These are aqua. So you got that iridescent with some aqua sequin confetti, different sizes. And then here we have the Sea Star embellishment mix. So you have that bright kind of iridescent orangey, a lot of different sizes. But these 2 colors, This bright orangey yellow and the aqua, it's giving sea life. Let's go to the beach, water, sun, sand. I'm feeling it. Okay, new sentiment strips. These are called the Getaway Easy Strips. You get 4 sheets in a pack. They're black on white. They can be foiled. You can use the Easy Strips rectangles die to cut them all out in one shebang. And here we have the reverse Getaway Easy Strips. Same sentiments with kind of like let's get away, vacation, like want to get away, road trip, life's an adventure, let's go. And here's the Easy Strips rectangles die that can cut them all out in one shebang. So the black on white and the white on black both can be foiled if you want to like look real hoity-toity. Okay, here's a new tool, very, very exciting, the magnetic wand. Look at this. Maybe some of you have seen these before. It's a magnetic wand to help pick up your dies effortlessly. The dies just snap on there. So you got one end of the magnet, it's a big rectangle magnet, and one's a small little round magnet. But you know what I love is if you're like me, and sometimes I have trouble with my magnetic mat getting the die off, and this just pops it right off. Like, I don't have fancy nails, but if I did, I don't want to jack up my nails trying to dig the die off the magnetic mat. Well, this magnetic wand is for you. Look at that thing. It's like the tool you never knew you needed. But look, we have some new ink colors: jade, eucalyptus, and juniper, as well as the re-inkers that match them. New positively saturated ink colors. Here I've swatched them out onto some white cardstock so you can see the color. Beautiful colors to add, filling in the gaps of the positively saturated spectrum. Let's talk pads. They're labeled on the side. I love they come labeled. The inks are smushy, juicy, but not too juicy. And they always stamp like butter. I'm going to tell you, these inks stamp like butter and they blend like butter. So you get the 3 tones in the same color family: the light, the medium, and the dark. Jade, juniper, eucalyptus. And that is everything in the new release. Here's a couple cards that I've made. I used the Ocean Horizon for the background, gorgeous color. For the sentiment, I used the CZ Solo Smile word die. For this card, I used the Birdies die set, and then I added a sentiment from Wildflower Cuttings. Simple, just for you. And that is everything from the Friend Like You release. Check out the Simon Says Stamp blog for more inspiration and information on this brand new release. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.
Hi there, I'm Heidi, Simon's mama and founder at simonsaysstamp.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.